overseas crews headed this way to bump you. New York got Shanks.
You got to the count of 5. This motherfucker talking to me. 1. You hear this motherfucker? 2. You hear this motherfucker? 3.
Mike took care of those guys with ease and quickly made a name for himself in prison.
I need you to deliver a message. I want you to tell every motherfucker behind these walls that if they get the notion to fuck with me, don't.
Guy just released from prison. He came here for one promise and one promise only. The first step of his revenge is to get close to James, the underground fight promoter. But first he needs to make a name for himself in the ring. Soon Bone gets his first match. Nobody knows him, nobody believes he can last a single round. His opponent is a massive brute, all muscle and raw power. As the match starts, Bone takes him down. Everyone watching is in complete disbelief. With more fights under his belt, he dominates the underground scene undefeated. Quickly he catches the attention of James. James decides to send in his toughest fighter to face Bone. And just in case he injects the men with illegal substances, the man becomes wild like a beast out of control. The fight is about to begin and it's the most crucial step in Bone's revenge. The man is slapping his chest filled with adrenaline and rage, but Bone remains calm, dodging with precision and striking back with timing. His movement is slick like a panther, agile and fierce. Under Bone's rapid assault, the man can't defend himself anymore. His brute strength means nothing and finally Bone knocks him out, winning the match. After seeing what Bone can really do, James invites him out to celebrate. Someone close to Bone senses danger in the air, but Bone doesn't care and agrees to go, because everything he's done so far is to get close to the woman next to James. Not long after that, Mike got out and found a place to stay, but the landlady had a long list of rules for him to follow. No matter how strict her terms were, Mike still chose to stay. Once he settled in, he headed out to watch a local boxing match. That's when he saw the local mob boss sitting in the crowd, and Mike was there for one reason only: to find him. After the match, the referee got back into his car, but suddenly Mike appeared inside the car, scaring him so bad he immediately grabbed his gun. He asked Mike what the hell he wanted. Mike said he wanted a shot at fighting the strongest boxer, and promised he could help him win and make a ton of money. Seeing how cocky Mike was, Lava reluctantly agreed, but the problem was Mike didn't have the fame or ranking to challenge him. So Mike pulled out all the cash he had and asked Lava to set up his next fight. But just as Lava stepped out of the car, he ran into the mob boss. It seemed like Mike and the woman were hiding something. This ticked off the mob boss, who raised his hand ready to hit her. But when it's between men, fists do the talking. So he decided to set up a fight for Mike, but there was no suspense in this match. It was over the moment it began, and Mike had the whole crowd on his side. Lava also got to see what Mike was really capable of. He realized this could be a huge opportunity to make some serious cash, so they headed back to the ring to prep for the next match.
Hey, you said this motherfucker was a beginner. You said he just got started, homie. You said this motherfucker was a beginner, homie. I ain't having it, man.
You took the action time to pay up.
You want your money, homie? You want your money? The fucking money, man. You want your money? You see it? It's right here, baby. Come and get it.
The man's move instantly pissed off Mike. He stuffed the money into his pants and dared Mike to come get it.
Pussies. These pussy motherfuckers, man.
Mike snapped and took out all the threats in an instant. The man tried to pull a gun, but Mike didn't give him the chance. He grabbed the money from the man's pants and handed it to his assistant. At that moment, Mike earned the respect of everyone in the room and caught the attention of the woman too. Right after that, Mike stepped into his third fight. Mike's performance quickly caught the eye of the mafia boss, who invited Mike to his house as a guest. But his real goal was to get Mike to join him. He wanted Mike to fight in an international boxing match. If he could beat a guy named Price, he'd win $5 million. But Mike didn't agree right away. Seeing that Mike was hesitating, James sent in his girlfriend. She brought Mike into a bedroom, but even in front of such a stunning beauty, Mike wasn't tempted. Instead, he pulled out a photo. The picture showed the woman and her husband. Turns out James had taken the woman by force and framed her husband. The men ended up in prison, where he and Mike became close friends. Before dying, James had him killed and gave Mike the photo, asking him to look after his wife. An hour later, the two walked out of the room, and to win Mike over, James even gave up the woman he fought so hard to get. A few days later, James paid the entry fee for the—
Man, you really fucking me. $5 million. Get it back. Get it back. Get it back. Do you know how much shit you are getting me in?
The man was furious after hearing what Mike said, so he tried to teach Mike a lesson with a knife, but Mike acted first and stopped him right away. Realizing he couldn't beat Mike in a fight, the man grabbed the landlady and pulled a gun on her to threaten Mike. But Mike didn't believe he would actually pull the trigger, because there were people all around. Firing the gun would definitely draw attention, and could even bring the police and cause him unnecessary trouble. So he quickly pushed the landlady aside and stormed off. After leaving, the man immediately called all his men. He was determined to capture Mike and everyone connected to him within 15 minutes. His men quickly tracked down Mike's place place, but when they entered the room and pulled back the blanket,
What's up, bitches?
they found Mike's assistant lying in the bed. Mike had already predicted the men would come looking for them, so he calmly walked into the room and took out all the threats, then used their phone to call the men directly.
You got that bitch yet?
Yeah, I've got it.
Boom.
Now I'm coming for you.
After hanging up, the men stood there thinking for a second, then exploded with rage. When Mike arrived at the location, he saw the place was heavily guarded, and his opponent slowly walked toward him. But even though Mike won the match, he suddenly slapped the mat and gave up on purpose. His goal was to make the men lose that $5 million. Furious, the men grabbed a knife and challenged Mike to a duel. The boss standing nearby threw Mike a knife as well, but Mike threw the blade aside and kept only the sheath to face the men.